And hold on, let's see if I can adjust this. Dashboard live. Oh, afternoon all. All right, there we go. Let's see. And update. Check. Let's see. Oh, let me pop that out so I can read my chat while that's going on. Wait a minute, I had stream chat a second ago. It looked like it got wiped there. I saw a question come in. Antrax was asking Obsidian Trials fixed. We hope so. We just did a patch. We finally released a patch. And hopefully lots of stuff is fixed, including the Obsidian Trials. Apologies for, I was going to try to do 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I'll probably end up doing 3 to 4, something like that, because the family is coming home early. But I want to go over some of the stuff we did, and hopefully we can get a test in here on Obsidian Trials. Yes, and that was just published, so if you're in game saying, what patch? That just went live. And you'll notice I have my dog cam here again. I unfortunately moved some stuff around here, and my chroma cam thing that does the cutout of me so you don't have to see my cluttered background of all the boxes that I still need to ship. Anyways, that stopped working somewhere in the shuffle around. I was moving, trying to get long enough USB stuff to reach the printer back there that is a label printer for shipping stuff. That seemed a little more important than making sure my stream worked today. Let's see. Honda asks, hey Chris, get any pizza yet? I actually took the team out for lunch. It only covered about 20% of the lunch, but yes, I got, for those who didn't know, I just started streaming last time with bits. Feel free to cheer me on. But I think I made $17 last stream in a 3-hour pirate stream. So yeah. For those who don't know, the other reason I'm trying to do this is get to be a Twitch. I think we're Twitch affiliates. I don't even know if Twitch partner is the next step up. But mainly it just gets us a little more exposure for the game. I'm doing this purely to get exposure for the game. And also because for those who are old timers, they probably know that I used to do like a daily blog where I'd put lots of tech stuff in there. But I haven't had time to write them, and I thought this would be a better way to do it because I can also play the game. Bam. Woohoo! Just got 2 more subscribed to Twitch Prime. Maybe I can get them pizza after all. So, for those who haven't seen me doing this lately, or at all, last time I was taking notes. The last 2 times I've played. I did actually get to a few of those things. One, Envy Angel bow doesn't drop. I can go ahead and go over that. That's going to be in the patch notes, and I'll cover a lot of the patch notes stuff here today. But that was actually 2 people fixed it, and basically one person just made a copy of the Zen Penetrator bow, which for those who don't know is a really hard to get bow. It takes 2 rare items off of a really hard fight. Uh, Another one of those impossible fights that you guys always seem to easily kill. But takes 2 items off that you craft into a bow. So the Zen Penetrator is actually supposed to be the rarest item in the game. But I took that, I didn't realize it had already had the Zen Penetrator treatment given to it, and I added a little more to it. So I had people sending me screenshots of I think the top one I saw was a 2,600 point bow shot. That was not intended, and it has now been turned down a bit. It should still be pretty close to the Zen Penetrator bow, but a little bit weaker, just because it is a far more trivial fight that level 80s can do, or level 60s probably. Mm-mm-mm. And also, for those who haven't watched me stream before, I'm new at streaming. Looks like I'm going to win this trial. If anybody does patch up to 931 that just went out, when you get back in game, feel free, and if you want to come help me test the Obsidian Trials, feel free to send me a tell, and I'll give you a summon to the Obsidian Trials. Oh, I'm in GM Ghost mode. I'm cheating. Woohoo, it worked with 1. I'm going to win. Fail. It actually kicks you out when there's 1. I need 1 other person in here to try. Oh, look, 1 and only subscribe to Twitch stream. Thank you. I did buy him lunch, so it was good. We had, I took him to, we do, for those who don't know, I can give you another update. I think most people know by now that we abandoned our office. We didn't abandon, our lease ran out. And we decided not to take their wonderful offer to more than double our rent, and then also hit us with a 4-year minimum lease. Strange, but that was not appealing. So we actually want to do something different, since we're kind of a progressive company anyways, and we are office free. We took all these servers and we put them in a data center, and as part of that, we also get use a free meeting room. And so we actually, as a team, we're meeting now, in case you're wondering how we communicate and stuff like that. Well, 1, we're on chat all the time. But 2, we have weekly meetings where we just go to the data center and we meet in the free meeting room we get there. Let's see. Let me check over on stuff here and see what we got going on. Oh, but 1 and only was there, but I took him out to a place called Den Ho. Austin people may know it. It's amazing Chinese food. We did family style, and I actually paid for it. Company did not, if that's, in case that wasn't clear. Let's see. Nobody will use the patched NV bow. I can only craft, or I can craft way better bows myself, and those do not come with a range and aggro negatives. Yeah, I'll go look and compare it. Maybe this is one that, again, the pendulum started way too far in the wrong direction. I'll go back and look at it. I want to make sure it's a bow that people will use and at least enhance themselves. But again, it was never intended to be 2,600 hit, or 2,600 damage bow. It started with the best stats of any bow in the game, and then got boosts on top of that. So I tried to pull it down from that, but still make it useful. I'll see what the feedback is. Let's see. For those who hadn't heard, for a few people, I'd said I would do it for, like, send me 2,500 crowns and I'll do it. I did the first couple just because they're the ones that suggested for free. But if you want to turn your pot, and that we're just doing this as an experiment, but turn your pot into a no loot pot, because, like, for instance, we just had that pirate event. That's actually where that came from, was the person who had the pirate event down said, I sure wish I could have a no loot pot so we could do these events and not be a constant, kill and then worry about what you lost ransom problem during the RP events. So I actually flipped a few people's towns to be in PvP. They do not give ransom. Again, this is just an experiment. The other thing that I had that I think Legion of Myth uh, uh, Elgarion requested was to turn the set stat caps, which I turned on, and then I immediately turned off because I realized I had not tested that with skills, and I think it might have capped your skill, or your, not your skills, your crafting skills. So I think it might have capped your crafting skill as well. So I turned that off until I had time to test it. I'll evaluate that. Can we also pay you to have our town show up in the API? In the API, I should finish reading these questions since I stop halfway through when I'm done reading them. For those who don't know, we have a public data API where we send a lot of data for things that we let players mine. That's just a big Elasticsearch database that gets pruned automatically. So we do anonymize all the data. So it's not like posting your IPs or anything like that. It will only post your character name and what happened, and it'll show like where some things dropped and what's going on. But for those who want to opt in, you can go up to your name, and if you hide name from public stats, you won't show up. That's the default, is hidden. If you unhide it though, then you'll show up in the public stats so people can see stuff like who got killed by who. Or is it whom? I never care about that one. I know it'll shock you, but I was the math guy. Let's see. Let me get back up here. I'm going to read some more questions. And someone gave me bits. Oh, cheered. So I think that's money. I think that's pizza money. That's good. Good job with the pizza money. Thank you, T Branch. I have not gone to check. It looks like I've got at least one email waiting for me, or in-game mail waiting for me. I haven't gone to look at. I actually, I woke up, for those who don't know my work schedule, sometimes I'll wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and have too much stuff in my brain and just get up and start working, start my day. Today I actually started at 1:30, so I actually did all the morning stuff, got all the patch stuff done, did the integrations because the guy who normally does that, Burning Toad, is in China right now. He's actually doing some CS from China though, which we also desperately need. But and then I've been actually unpacking and trying to get stuff put away and get things set up so I can actually start shipping some boxes. I know that'll excite you. But I did not get a ton of time today to check mail or other stuff. I've only been like stopping by to check the chat to make sure there's no emergencies or fires and testing builds and stuff. All right, I got another tester in here with me. So, Dr. Bob, aka Undone, has been spent a little work on this. Spent a little time working on the Obsidian trials, trying to get it fixed. I think the short version was it worked kind of for a release. So it's kind of broken. The next release we got it rock solid. This is like the release after it first came out, and then maybe one release after that it was rock solid, and then it all went to crap. But again, some of the rush had died down because people already had like the various emotes and stuff like that. The hardcore people already had that. Donna's asking, is there a chance to turn the pod into full loot? Still on my wish list is the more hardcore options for ransom stuff. I don't know that it'll be full loot, but it'll be lots more loot. The one that has been prioritized after my last play session, so I'll start going down my list of stuff that I wrote down last time and where we stand with it. But the one I wrote down for my last play session was the raids, and so raids have actually been bumped up. Won't happen this release, but could happen as early as next release. Oh, got a customer here. Let's see. The radios. Come on, slackers, get trolls or get squirrels to teleport here. Only takes a couple points, I think. Fast zoner. So as soon as we get done testing this here, oh, and I'm still, crud, I'm still in my pirate gear, which for those who didn't hear me complaining about it, making excuses about it, is all this unenchanted crap gear. For those who haven't seen the Obsidian Trials when it's working, which I'm sure it is now working. Oh, I still hate that fog line. Can you see it? Can you see it? Pretty sure it shows up on the stream. All right, prep. But for those who haven't been here before, this is kind of the, we call it the Obsidian Trials. But it was, again, it's another one of the big things we were building in preparation for some other cooler stuff, that this was just an easy stop along the way to prove out some of the tech. But let's see. Bam. Is it working? I'll see if I die. We'll know. I see Marguerite asking about Totem. So I think Totem Crafting was in. I tried testing earlier and it wasn't working, but I realized that the server had not been pushed. I tested it this morning in the dev stuff and it was working in dev. So I'm assuming it's going to be working. If not, then I will get another patch out tomorrow that has it working. I don't see any reason why it won't work. Oh, good. So it is working because I'm going to die. Oh, he could have totally finished me. Toying with me. Yeah, let me just run right through the ice field. Good work. So the totem, actually in this release, should be you just take 100 lich essences, put them on a smithing table, and you craft a totem. That should be you can learn it by doing it recipe. We'll see. Again, it did not work earlier when I tested it, and I may need another patch, but I think it was just not working because the server reports had not been published. But we will see. Yeah, and each one of the other the totems above that is 4 of the lower, the tier below them to get it up. So another thing, we'll craft the next one above it. So tier 2, you need 4 tier 1s. Tier 3, you need 4 tier 2s. Now, kill me. Oh, I'm in God mode. It's going to be tough for them to kill me. I just realized that. There we go. Now I will die in about 5 seconds. Wow, man. This is one of the things that one of the guys here who's killing me, Antrax, has... oh, I'm at 1 encumbrance because I've got a bunch of lich essences on me. Hold on. Yep, got a few lich essences. I was trying to do some crafting. And just to pain you all... Oh, destroyed. You wish to permanently destroy these? Yes, destroy 20,000 lich essences. Just gonna stand up here and die. Oh, wait, I think I can kill that undead, or that elemental. Nope. Just want 1 kill. Let me get the kill the elemental. Come on. That's for the best anyways. So, it seems it's working. So 100 will craft the tier 1 totem, and then 4 tier 1s will craft a tier 2, 4 tier 2s will craft a tier 3, 4 tier 3s will craft a tier 4, and so on and so on and so on. that actually goes up to tier 6, I think. It would take a lot. The liches that are in there right now should scale up. The one thing that is supposed to be different that was not by design that I will have to do another patch to get it in there because one and only got it in as soon as I told him to do it, which was after the build. So nearly infinite tiers. Might as well be in infinite tiers. I think it would take 100,000 lich essences to craft the top one. But I did create some liches above the top tier liches right now. The top tier stuff you see in game is, I think there's some tier 12 some places, but really like tier 8 and 10 is kind of what you see like upper tiers in those places. So there's a tier 12. Tier 15 is what a boss type lich is. Some of those are a little meaner than what the equivalent tier 15, but there's a tier 15, a tier 18, and a tier 20 lich that are in there right now. They're a little bit of placeholders. I got to do some more stuff because they're still going to be easy to slaughter even though they're tier 20 because they don't, their resistance isn't scaling up. There's a lot of stuff on them that isn't scaling up. And they do give more experience, but the loot stops at tier 12 loot bundles because that's the other thing I didn't have time to do. Right now, my most important task that I've been working on is unpacking the house so the wife doesn't kill me. Because I ended up moving a bunch of the stuff to the house. I have more stuff unpacked here. But let me do a quick, let's see if I can scan around here. Let's see, so there's some computers, some more computers. There's some more computers. Hey, guess what's up there? I got some more computers. There's some more computers. And over here we got, oh, there's some monitors down there. We got junk. But anyways, oh my goodness. Anyways, the house is pretty full right now. And the wife wants me to work on that. So I'm trying to put in 8-hour days and then go clean up the house. Because as much stuff as you've seen here, all that stuff was in the garage, and I still have like more crap in the garage. I got to figure out how to fit it in here. All right, Marguerite says nothing happens when I put 100 lich essences in there. Then let me get Beezus to look at it, our crafting guru, and see why it's not showing up. Hold on, I'm asking him now. And yay, there'll be another patch. I know you love patches. It'll be very small. Type. And yeah, the total or the patch will be tomorrow. That's one of the things I'm actually working on as well. That's sidelined is we have build machines that right now they're in the data center. There's actually a couple over here that aren't being used right now, but the ones in the data center are very server-like, which means that they have a lot of cores that are pretty modest clock speed, which makes for a really slow build machine. What we really need for a build machine is more of a oh, and I just got word from Elrond. Elrond upgraded his town, and it's in. Of course it is. But anyways, the build machines we had to put in the data center are pretty darn slow. They take about 5 hours to do a build, compared to the other ones who do it in 2 to 3 hours. So I'm in the process of about to take the guts out of some of the fast build machines that are, let's see, they're like i7 6700K or something like that with the water cooling. I'm going to move those into some stuff we can rack. We actually did try and take these down, one down there, and they don't quite fit sideways in a 19-inch rack, and we had to have it standing up, and it also looked super duper ghetto. So we decided we couldn't leave that there, so we're actually dealing with slower build machines and doing a few other experimenting things. I'm going to get those in there soon, so we can get back to fast builds. I'm saying that part because, again, as always, I'm like 5 steps off of what people are asking about, which is the patching. The building patches takes longer now, so it's usually going to be a morning thing until I get this other part done, which I do have the case to go build it, so I'm excited. And for those who are just joining in, again, a lot of this will just be me sitting around talking while I play the game. But hopefully I will have some notes on things. Again, for the patch notes, I'll get those up. There are a few pots that got upgraded. There were a couple pots that were turned into no ransom. And there's also, should have been, totems dropping. The new higher tier liches, the liches go up to tier 20 now. That hopefully will be a pretty decent challenge. And there's some other stuff in there, but it sounds like we need one more patch because Margarita's informed me that she cannot do it. And I see Uznuk online. I'm sure that's USNC online, but it's more fun to say, like, try and pronounce it. Says my rig is an i9-9900, and that's actually something I've looked at. Is right now we're kind of trying to save money to spend money on advertising. So I'm going to try. My first stab is going to be to take the ones we have. But yeah, i9-9900 or i7-77 or 9700. Whoops. Were the two things I was looking at. Just because, again, all it cares about is thread speed. It doesn't care about the extra cores. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, and for those who are wondering, we are running some ads. I actually saw a few people post in the forums. There's actually a thread from a new guy who said, I got here through an ad. That never heard of the game before, so which makes me happy. Again, right now we're doing still very targeted ads. And our budget is, we planned on spending a significant amount of money. We're spending more like $200 a day or so. You're gonna kill me so fast. Oh, it's Donis. Yeah, I might as well just put away my sword. But yeah, so we're spending about $200 a day as we continue to experiment with things, and then there's also a number of things. Oh, good! Avenge me! I don't know who that was, but hopefully they'll avenge me. That's weird how it did the spec. I guess the light down there was still shining through, and it only turns off every so often. Checks turn off every so often. But anyways, yeah, so there's a lot of targeted ads running right now. Targeting towards PvP is one of the things I'm actually targeting towards. I think there's about $35 a day going towards PvP targeted ads. There's a bunch going towards WoW people. There's just some general MMO RPG ones. Those generally don't do well. It seems continuing to improve things is targeted ads are always better. Knowing your target audience and speaking to them on what they hate, calling out what they hate in their game. But anyway, so those are running now. There's some people coming into the game. We did not do as big as we wanted to because we have some really big things coming up that we're going to be changing that we feel are absolute game changers for people. Some stuff that make it quicker and easier for people to get into the game. But one of the bigger ones, which I've hinted at before, that we just had at our team meeting this week, we just had another talk about it. Sounds like everybody's still on board with the idea, and that it will happen in R65, which is when you start the game. Very early on in the game, you will be given the option to either. Hold on. It's important. Here we go. Better. You'll be given the option to either, like at the start, rather than it being like, you'll still have the choose your path or whatever stuff, but then when you get basically to the outskirts area, or possibly right off the Isle of Storms, but very early on, you'll be given a choice of, do you want to be, an adventurer, or do you want to start you want to start as a homesteader. And if you do the homesteader, then we basically give them they get their row lot that they would get at the end of the outskirts stuff. And we give them the option. We're probably going to do it through just have a scroll that will take you to a random open pot, row lot somewhere in the world, just again picked randomly. Teleport you directly to that, and then start a little quest for claim your house. Now, or claim your lot. Now, place your house. Now, place some decos, and if that will be your quest line instead. It'll just be 3 or 4 little simple quests. I see. Better not make it random. So, this will be for. Again, we may have a way. We've talked about a way to make it so you can flag lots as open for newbies, but this would only go to random open lots that are set to open. Obviously, if you have row lots set to reserved, it's not going to happen there. So that's the thing. I've heard some people say, "Well, are they just going to fill them all up and they'll all go away?" Well, they'll fill them up, but they will, of course, they'll only hang out for like 2 weeks if they don't actually play. So they get evicted on their own after 2 weeks. Let's see. Yeah, there's tons of things we could do to improve it, like asking them, do you want a PvP pot? Do you want a crafter pot? Blah, blah, blah. And giving pot owners ways to opt in or opt out. Really just by having a open row lot down, though. That was the easiest way to have them. If you want to opt in, keep some empty row lots down. Let me back up. Let's see. Will higher tier areas eventually offer more than tier 5 experience for harvesting? That isn't that's not something we talked about. I don't think there's that much of the experience. I don't think that much comes from harvesting. I know that's all some people do. But that is one of the things I don't really deal with, is the harvesting, the low-level crafting loop. Okay, I'm going. Yeah, Margarita's confirmed that essences aren't there. Another thing I can say is the next episode or next release, R64 in, wait, how long is it? It's like a little over 2 weeks, I think. So we're going to try to get a patch out for maybe as early as Monday that has some crazy stuff in it that we've been constantly delaying. Some of this is taking the place of some of the other things we unfortunately were going to do, which I believe fertilizer is going to have to be pushed, because when we planned the release and we set this all up, we didn't pay attention to the fact that we had 2 people, not one, but 2 people out for, one out, Wizard Smoke is out for almost 2 weeks with obligations in Washington, and then Burning Toad is out, although working while on the road, in China. So the fertilizer was a Wizard Smoke thing. Beezus got the design done, but not in time for him to get it in for this one. So I went and did a bunch of other stuff, got a bunch of other things on the list of stuff for us to do to make it up to you guys. So when I'm going to have a number of new encounter scenes that'll be rigged up and set up. Probably Lich and probably Troll is going to be the second one. We will see on that one, though. That one is cool because it'll start pretty tough, and then you can go up from there. But some other things that'll be coming along that probably this is the first time I've talked about them or announced them is, I'm up to 94 viewers. This is really important because apparently to be a Twitch partner, I've got to average 75. So I need all of you people to stay. But anyways, back to the features. So some things going to be in there is, one, there will be a trader channel that's a universal channel that is for trading. That's one that's been a popular request for a while. And also you'll frequently see people on, get on Universal and do the you know, selling stuff, whatever, and then immediately 2 other people say, "Get that crap off there. We don't want to hear about that all day." So now there is the second channel, and it also, because it's there, it's opt-in. It doesn't pollute Universal. I expect people to use it a lot more, and there'll be a lot more chatter on that. And you can just turn it off if you're not interested. So again, that'll be in the next release. Ooh, looks like we're about to go in again. I'm going to try to fight somebody this time. I didn't even try last time. I just went in assuming I would die. I'll land a hit. It's my new goal. For those who missed it, this is my outfit I wore to the pirate role-playing PvP thing. Most people did not dress up as pirates. They just dressed up as people who wanted to kill me. And it was pretty embarrassing as how quick I died over and over again. And I had a few people point out you could tell that I was going to die because, like, you looked at my bar and it looked about like this. I got like 2 buffs. Yeah, 2 buffs. That's pretty good, right? And everybody else had like 25 buffs on there, so a little less serious. But again, I'm there to learn stuff in terms of what we can do to make things better, which is from that experience, because it was so nightmarish trying to figure out who to kill, who was friend, who was enemy, that I prioritize raids up. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, chumps. Zoom, look at me go. Damn, look at my buffs piling up. Might as well cast that Healing Grace. I know I'm going to use it. Yeah, Night Weapon. And of course, these guys are all like playing properly and stealthing around and not making a scene. Oh, for those who are new streamers. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go land a few hits. Yeah. Oh, crud. When you see a skeleton out there, that's where somebody, an actual player, died in the past. We kind of have that in there as a fun tell for like dangerous areas or where people die. I was surprised last time I did the stream. I think I had 120 people watching for the pirate event, and this is actually part of why I'm going to try to make sure and get back on the stream more. As nice as it is to get pizza money, come on, throw some pizza money up there. But as nice as it is to get pizza money, the real reason I'm doing this is so we can get exposure to the game. And getting 120 people watching, when I went and checked the stats, 40 of those people were people who were not currently followers of the stream, which probably means that they just stumbled upon the stream because it had a high number of people in. So that is all all I need to have as encouragement to get on here and do some more streaming, is try and get some more people. There we go. I knew I could always count on T-Branch. Andy Hondas, yeah. Uh-oh, there's Arca. Oh, and List. Ignore how I fight, watch List. I'm trying to get him to do some streaming too, so he can join in on this and stream on the channel. And you can see how people are actually supposed to fight. Rather than what I do, which is pretty much watch and pick out bugs and pick out things that I need to fix. Let's see, let me go down the list of some of the other stuff. I talked about some of the patch stuff with the Envy Bow getting a nerf. It sounds like from the early reports that it was a little too much of a nerf. I'll take another look at that for the next patch. A couple of town upgrades. A couple of towns switched to no ransom loot because they want to have PvP role-playing stuff there, but they don't want to, have to worry about the ransom scaring people away. Easier to get people in there when there's no ransom. I mentioned the trade channel. That was one of the ones that came up that was on my list. Another one that should happen for this release, not 100% confirmed, but I'm pretty confident he's going to get it in, and he said he thinks he can get it in, which is the being able to set a guild message of the day. You can throw some bits at me if that makes you happy. So guilds will be able to set their own message of the day that their entire guild, when their guild logs on, they get the message of the day. So again, this is so you can do the, doing an RP pirate event at 7 p.m. Join in if you want to. And then the other one is player-owned town messages of the day. So you're, as a governor of a player-owned town, you'll be able to set the message of the day for your pot, which is, it's not really message of the day, but it's the same thing. When somebody enters your pot, they're given that message. So you can basically, here's the one paragraph spiel on my town, welcome. So those should be in for R64, and those are some of the things I mentioned because we're not going to get the fertilizer in. We're trying to throw a bunch of extra bones over to you guys to make sure and keep you guys happy. Those were things that were sort of low-hanging fruit, but more importantly, they were work that was on someone that was actually going to be here this release, and Wizard Smoke is going to be out from now until I think he gets back the day before the release, so that doesn't leave much time to add things. Oh, here's another one that someone was talking about. Fishing nets won't place in pots. They called that out, and of course I was like, I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. But I went and looked, and sure enough, 2 of the 3 fishing nets in the fishing net set that's sold in the store were marked as pot, and 1 was not marked as pot, so you can only place it on your local lot. So I fixed that one. I know, huge, right? Let's see, pirate stuff. There's more pirate gear coming, I believe. So one of the things was people wanted pirate shirt dyeable. I don't think the pirate shirt's going to be dyeable for this release, but that is, I have brought it up, and there's going to be some more pirate stuff going on, coming available. Numbered purchase in Crown Store is absolutely a Wizard Smoke thing, and he's out of town, but that is one that is on his list as well. He got some more work done in the Crown Store before he left, but I forget exactly what he had, what he got done. Checking. Oh, prizes not distributed was another thing you guys told me on the last. Prizes not distributed is another one that you guys told me. And Burning Toad got on from China and shipped the prizes from China. So hopefully those have been distributed now. Maybe that's just the rewards, not the actual prizes. Oh, opt out of a friend's list location for PvP flagged players. That is another one I bet we can get in on this release. It's another low-hanging fruit. And Arca, apparently, yeah, he made the same comment that List was yelling at me about. Programmers telling me we can't have this auto reset. We can look at it. It's one of those things that we worry about the exploit side of things and giving too many rewards. With it being a fixed length, we kind of know over time, we know how many rewards given out per day. If we do it the other way, then you can get like 5 guildmates in here who just immediately cycle, and that's kind of the fear. But yeah, it feels like maybe it should be a fixed wait afterwards. But I think currently it may be set up on a timer, so it's actually using the server time. But that would be one that we could probably change. And yes, Burning Toad, I am Sanyo. Oh, I think that's Sanyo. Burning Toad is a hero. Reading up, hold on. Oh, and for those who do want to send me messages or anything, that's why there's a picture of a dog in the bottom left-hand corner. I can get your messages without other people seeing it. Oh, here's something fun that I'm going to start doing on my streams. Yeah. So that's I had multiple people tell me that I'll never get as many people in my streams as we get for the live shows because I don't give away prizes. So, as I mentioned, I've been unpacking all this stuff, and I've got a printer set up behind me so I can actually just go and print labels and print stamp stuff. I think I'm going to start giving out some office artifacts that we had just laying around the office and just ship them to people. I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. I know normally they do like bits or something like that. I don't even know what the rules are. I wonder if I can do a if you buy something in the store while I'm playing. We got another person who wants to have a no ransom town. That's good. Would you send it to the UK? I would only send small stuff to the UK. I've got a bunch of boxes I need to send to the UK, and anytime it gets more than, I forget how much, but 7 ounces, 9 ounces or something, I have to fill out the customs form and do all that crappy customs work. Would it be possible to detach the chat window from the game client? No. Not right now with the current system we have. Oops. Time to go die. Yeah. Do that when I get a little closer there. It's a chaotic clone. Yeah. Now, if I were actually a smart player, I'd do the chaotic clone and like hide in here, and they'd never see me. Totally Atos out there. Yep, that's Atos. Just little old Atos. And of course, you have things like half the people who are in here are probably watching the stream as well. And it's the longest I've lived. Oh, that's my fun. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Stay here. I'll stand up here and I'll jump down and ambush him. That's what I'll do. Hide in the shadows. For those who got here late and are wondering why I'm not actually competing, it's because I'm wearing gear that has not only no enchantments, but like no stats. But it does make me look like a pirate. Yar. I do have Blade of the Dark Star, but I took that mainly because it's a looks like a cutlass. I'm surprised I haven't been stream sniped yet. And that was the other thing. Was the funny thing was, for those who didn't know, I'll show up to dance parties and all the like Justin and Minerva and Fair and these other people are all like, we need to get you a new outfit. You look horrible. So I finally put on gear that looks cool, and then I get slaughtered in. I survived in the other year at least a little bit. And yeah, it seems like the Undone got the correct fix in for the Obsidian Trials. So Obsidian Trials are back in action. Woohoo! Oh, except it looks like the poison gas is going to come kill me. Dang it, nobody killed my my chaotic clone. freaking me out. Oh, there's Donna. She's being nice. Are they healing me? They're just toying with me. Got a question. Came in next to last. I got a question. Does the cowbell drop or is it seasonal? So I think it's seasonal. No, the cowbell is just off the trees. The treacher, the reaper. I can't remember what we ended up calling the thing. It was called treacher internally for a while. Like creature, treacher. But anyways, I thought it still dropped. I thought it always dropped. In case you're wondering what a cowbell sounds like, I can also show you that. Yes, I brought all the annoying crap home. Good news, though, I gave most of it to my daughter, Maxine. Sorry about that for those people with headphones on. Oh, that's right. I need to get a bunch more. Everybody's telling me, like, go get some Steam or Twitch plugins. Yeah, I'll try and go look at the Twitch plugins to give you guys something you can do to cheer. Oh yeah, I forgot about Mojito. I'm sure Mojito was unhappy about that. For those who are also new to the stream, that is my dog Mojito. You can also find him on the bridge in Owl's Head. He is, for those curious, he is an Italian Greyhound. He weighs about 10 pounds full grown. And they are dog cats, some type of dog-cat hybrid. They curl up and sleep in beds all day. Dogs do that too. They curl up under the covers, but they also do things like they keep themselves clean by licking, so they never need a bath. They don't shed. They do. It's just such minor. You can see he has no fur really. And then he's box trained, so he just uses some papers downstairs. So anyways, half cat, half dog. All sweet and loving though. My daughter was a really early walker, and we are absolutely convinced it's because she loves her puppy dog, and that was the thing. Was like she started crawling early to get to trying to crawl to her puppy dog to catch her puppy dog, and then soon after that she was walking. So she almost walked at 7 months. She ended up actually walking at 8 months and 5 days or something like that. But she was up and almost kind of taking steps at 7 months. So crazy early. Yeah, it'd probably be good if we had a quicker timeout between these two things. Again, though, it's the this is why we can't have nice things problem of if we make it go really fast in between, there's going to be people who get in here with their guild and cycle. The other thing we could do, though, is also make the fog move in quicker and just shorten the time altogether. That may be a better option as well. Let's see. Let me continue down my list of stuff you guys wanted me to look at. So, stacking stances. People asked me to look at that. I actually went, there's no technical reason why you can't stack stances. So I just did the stupid thing of like, let me just go down and do all this stack. There's some things in there that are things that I don't like to boost. So I may check that in with part of the things turned on, because I can turn on what parts gain benefits from stacking. I can turn that on like feature by feature. But attack speed, having a higher attack speed, higher move speed from like Berserker stance. Really, there's a lot of stuff in Berserker stance, and then also the Spellbinders or some things in that would get really powerful if I let you stack it. But it's definitely one that I will look at trying to get some benefits to stacking them. There's no real reason. I think it's scary to turn on stacking for them because it's already pretty powerful. Stances are already pretty powerful, that is. But yes, I did take a look at that. Whoop, time to go die again. You guys need to kill me quicker so I can get back to answering questions and reading stuff. Just checking out people's outfits. Looking good, Arca. Looking good. And that's when he'd be saying, feeling good, Atos. Radios. So most of these people are probably fairly competitive in here. Obviously, Anthrax does a little bit of PvP. Let's see. Yeah, he's pretty good there. That's the dev cheat, so I can pull up stats for people and see what they have. In case you're wondering what all that white text was on the screen, that was me revealing every little secret about him. You guys will have to scroll back and look at it on in the video later. All right, let me. Again, I'm just in here playing and goofing off, but if you guys have any questions, send them my way. Again, I guess I did request. Oh, so bad. I think I saw somebody behind him, maybe not. Okay, that's good. I requested that. I wanted to die soon, so I could get over here and answer some questions. When will we get pistols to go with a pirate outfit? Amazing you would ask that. That was from Athenel, who also hates the Envy Bow, I believe. The new Envy Bow. That is one that we've actually looked. There's some blunderbuss stuff in there. Oh, you know what? I may have actually added that to the game, and I just didn't give it to you guys. Let me go. Give me 1 second here. If my client starts running poopily, it's because I'm opening Unity in the background. I think I might be able to add one of the rifle things that I rigged up. I think I just didn't put it in game because it still had a few visual glitches to it. Not horrible stuff, but yeah, we talked about putting like blunderbuss type stuff in there because it's supposed to be. That's been in there from day one from Richard. That's Kobold Tech. They're kind of the tech more than magic guys. But having the pirate with the the Derringer stuff, for those things, the tough part is coming up with. Well, there's a couple things. So one, having like the ray gun type stuff, pulling the guns off the kobolds or whatever. When we hook up each of the range skills, like imagine rapid fire or multi-shot or whatever, we have to set up particle effects for each one of those things. And if we put a gun in there that you expect it to look different than arrows, especially if it's supposed to be like a gas gun or something, then we have to go and set up new VFX and new animations, all sorts of stuff for each and every skill. So I think that was the last thing that we were like, let's hold off and not do it just yet. Let's see if I can find something. Hold on. Good thing we've got 10 minutes between the games, huh? Hold on. How about Earthquake? It needs some love. Yeah, I think that's a lot of people get pulled into Earth for other things, and then Earthquake is there, and it doesn't feel like it should be, which is it's supposed to be a top tier skill, and it's not. I put that on my list to give Earthquake a look. Check out Earthquake Balance. Something else that will probably happen this release that was not on the list of things to do, but again, it was something players mentioned, and Lord Subtleton thinks he can get it in pretty quick, which is having shared experience shared between characters. I'd be interested to see what you guys think about that. That was another player recommendation. So if you have multiple characters, you can, your experience pool goes between them. So obviously it helps you level up your twinks. But that'll probably be in for R64 for this release. And again, all these things that you're hearing about with the pot message of the day and guild message of the day and trade channel and all these other things are because we didn't get a lot of the stuff done we planned on doing because we didn't schedule great because we had some people out that we didn't account for being out. So we had the people who were in do some other cool stuff instead. Let's see. When will we be able to have 3 or 4 specializations? I mean, that was kind of the thing with specializations, was that it was, it gives players the options to make a choice that they only have to, like, they can choose one or the other. And this is kind of one of the challenges we run into, is we tried to make everything completely open, even more so than, like, an Ultima Online. But without choices, we also can't make everything... we can't make something super powerful. And this comes up, like, the one place where this really stood out for a lot of players was in the taming, that they kept wanting, like, I want my taming to be as cool, as powerful as it was in Ultima Online. And, I mean, you had to give up a lot in Ultima Online because you had a limited number of things. That's kind of where the specialization comes in, is you have to choose a couple of things. So adding a third specialization is something we could do. We've actually talked about a little bit in ways of just like how we would make that work, what we'd do to balance that out. That is something that may be another one of those bones we throw people, that sure, you can get a third specialization if you go learn that third specialization in episode 2. But again, that's another one, is for those who are asking about, let's see, what was the balance question somebody had in there? Will attenuation ever be removed? Glopton was asking. So it'll probably be adjusted, but that's one of the things we mentioned is what we really wish we could do is go and figure out a way to make a pass on all the content in episode 1 without people literally hunting us down and killing us. Because, of course, a lot of that would mean going back and balancing some of the content to make it not as rewarding, and players don't like that. The attenuation was kind of the across-the-board thing because, again, there's a lot of content made that just due to various tweaks and changes and also a lack of good standards when the content was created, that have dramatically different rewards. So the attenuation is to turn that down. The attenuation does not work the way I wanted it to work. It really is earn experience, you hit the wall, and then it's pretty much flat. It's supposed to be more of a gentle curve. That's one I can go look at. Lord Subtleton did that. There were some good reasons for it, just in terms of, obviously that's all stuff on the server side, but it's just in terms of how to track things on the server. There were some problems with it, made it more challenging. But yes, I did not. I should probably push on that and make that something we spend some more time in, is getting the attenuation formula right so it's less punishing. But to actually get rid of attenuation would require a lot of content balance that if we did, they screamed about that even more than they screamed about the current attenuation stuff. All right, it looks like my amazing 4-year-old just got home. If you saw my dog get up and sprint, he is going to greet the amazing 4-year-old. So I will probably do this again tomorrow, but I will probably also head out here pretty quick. Maybe tomorrow I'll start doing some prize innings on Twitch. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that. It may just be say stuff in game, but if you do say stuff in game, I can search for that. But maybe it'll also be, I guess I can look at people buying stuff. It's got to be in-game and buying stuff because that's the law. Oh, wait, I had a new thing I was going to do here. Hold on. Let's see. I think I can do, let me do this. This is as I try to learn my improve my Twitch foo. See if this works. Oh, that color is horrible. Oh, dog's back. This is my dog. Can you guys see that? Maybe I can cast, whoops, I can't cast on the actual OBS stream. I have to cast over here. If I do that, maybe it's easier to see. What do you think? Don't lower me, bro. Yeah, I think I need to make that, give it like an outline text or something so it's always visible. Oh yeah, and I missed this one. Oh no, I'm sure I would have won this time. Let me go check the questions, and then I am going to call it a day for the stream. Again, I'll try to be on again tomorrow, because I'm going to be a Twitch partner. I'm just trying to get our channel to be a Twitch partner so that we get more exposure, because there's some more exposure stuff you get. Greetings, Jamalam. So I need to do, I think, 25 hours of streaming a month. 20 something, 25? We'll see. But anyways, try and get my Twitch partner. And buy pizza with the money I make. I'll turn off the don't lawyer me, bro, in case people couldn't read that. 12 separate days, 25 hours, 75 average viewers. All right, I can do it. We got a pro there. Somebody knows the rules. Gravity. The hard part is getting the followers. You'll have no trouble. That's my hope. And again, it'll probably be more than just me streaming. I'm trying to get List, Travis to start streaming some as well. He actually can be competitive in these things and actually does a little more streaming. Just takes your brain a while to get used to doing two things at once. I'm always amazed when we would have people on who did lots of streaming and that they'd be playing and talking and doing stuff and had no problems. Let's see. Travis needs a promotion. Travis is awesome. I take care of Travis however I can, but we kind of all, we don't really have like cool titles or anything like that. He can call himself whatever he wants to. Travis, give yourself a promotion. I'd promote you to Senior World Builder. Done. Lead World Builder. Done. There, I did it. Let's see. The real Black Axe has asked this a couple times, and I don't have a great answer. Question: Can we get a search containers when filtering bank items? I have all my stuff sorted into bags. There's probably a reason we don't. Some of that may be we don't have it because we don't open up containers, like we don't load the stuff in the containers until you actually open the container, just for optimization reasons. That may be why it's in there. but I will put it on our list, and if that is the low-hanging fruit, we will make that happen. Rufus says, average follower, what about the exceptional followers? The exceptional followers are the ones that give me a subscribe to buy me pizza or throw me bits or cheer or whatever that stuff is. Search bank and in containers. In bank. There we go. Yeah, thank you, Liz. Now there is an exceptional follower. Again, thanks for anybody who wants to do that stuff. My main goal with this is to get people to see the game, and knowing that we have a stream where I can get on here and answer questions, and it helps both the fans because you guys get lots of questions answered, and it also makes me an easy target when I go to the Obsidian Trials to make sure the bug on it was fixed. But the real goal is to attract new users to the game, get more exposure to the game. And then, of course, the important thing is rating somebody after we do the stream, which hopefully this time I'll get right. I think I got it right last time. Let's see. So give to me straight vendor improvements were going to be this time last year. How far down the list have they been kicked? Are they happening this year? I'm not sure which vendor improvements you're talking about. If you give me some details, maybe I can answer. I don't remember seeing it on my oh crap, this stuff needs to be done list. Again, Star and I both set priorities on things. We choose different things to set priorities on. I'm not sure where that one falls, though. Anyway, we would see the upgrade option for lot deed while it is in use. Maybe via the lot deeds manager. Yeah, that's actually Burning Toad has a bunch more things he wants to do on the upgrade stuff. That's one of them. He did again, some of the low-hanging fruit stuff because his schedule last release was compressed because he knew he was going to China this release and is spending time. This is not just a woohoo going to China. He has been his longtime girlfriend is from China, so this is actually a going to meet the parents trip to China. So that's not the type of thing I wanted to tell them, don't do that. But it is not just for fun. It is also a little bit of an obligation in going and meeting the parents over there. So looks like Jamalam has a staff that stays visible when he goes invisible himself. I bet that usually comes up. That's the wrong shaders on it. We need to look at it. Rufus, you are now exceptional. And thank you for buying me pizza. Oh, the buying and selling partial stacks. Let me check up on that. Yeah, it's super annoying. I mean, I do a little bit of vendoring stuff. Obviously, not as much as you guys because I can just cheat. But yeah, not being able to just put up like 200 or something and let people buy them off, having to put them in multiple different stacks is really annoying. Making a note. And as if you missed some of the earlier stream, I did get through quite a few of the things I made notes on last time. So actually getting some of these things done, I know, crazy. Vendor improvements. All right, let me get back over here and read some more stuff, and then I'm going to go check in with the fam. Oh, that's right. I think I may be like the only person who can teach this. I forget what the rule is on it. There's a table flipping mode, though. I think I've got it. Somebody is wanting the table. There's so many modes that I'm like the only guy who can teach them, or one of the only guys who can teach them. Let's see. There it is. Oh no, table flip is reteachable. But I'm the master. I had it first. If You want to learn it from the master. I'm the guy. Luna Spell Sprite wants to learn. And oh, we got some people here now. I don't see Luna in here. I may have to teleport. Yeah, if anybody wants some emotes, hit me up. But right now, I'm going to ditch these guys and go teleport to the first person who asked me. Luna Spell Sprite. Bam. Zone to player. Thank you, the real Black Axe. And yeah, that's the other thing I've got to get in here. Is, like, we don't have it in Botox. Like, everybody has when somebody subscribes, it throws junk up on the screen and yoo-hoo, cheers, whatever. I'm such a noob at this stuff. I'm just trying to figure it out. Just pretend it's your grandpa in here trying to figure out how to stream Twitch and play game and PvP. Ooh, I lost her. Let's see. Teleport to player, is that right? Luna Spell Sprite. This is wrong. This will never work. I did it! Talking to an arduous beggar. Luna Spell Sprite, you have been singled out on the stream. I forget how I do this. I trade with her and then I drag my emotes in there. It's been a while since I've done this. Let's see. I think Star's supposed to be the one. Oh, Starleton's reteach, but I'll go ahead and give that one anyways. Let's see. Waltz lead. Time rift. Let's do the time rift again. I'll give you some good ones here. Bam. You have been blessed on stream. I think I already thanked Gravity. Oh no, did I not? I don't think I thanked Gravity. Gravity, thank you very much. And yes, I need to get those crazy things that shows your name on screen. I will absolutely try and get that set up tomorrow, assuming I can get the totems crafting, because for those who didn't hear, this patch was partially to get the totems in there, and apparently something's not working in the totem recipe. I haven't heard back from Beezus, who knows the crafting stuff way better than me. I looked at it, it looked fine, but I may have to go do a little more work on those. And let's see. Cleo wants some. Oh, I think I have some rare ones too that I'm not supposed to give away. I'm trying to remember. Do I have the Viking one? Let me see. I think we started giving away the Viking dance. Oh, maybe I don't even have that. I know I've got the shooter. Bam. All right, I'm going to go teleport to Cleo and give her some emotes, because that's how I roll, and then I'm going to log out and go spend some time with the family. But I will try to get on tomorrow. I'm going to start around the same time, probably a little bit before 3, and try to get in maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of streaming on stuff. Answering questions, playing the game tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to look at, assuming that idiot gets it fixed. I'm going to, idiot being me, of course, I'm going to go play with some totems and some dungeon stuff so we can try out some tier 6 dungeon stuff, and I can drag you guys in, and you can give me feedback on if it's tough enough. Oh, I'm about to enter PvP. Oh, yes, definitely. Why does that ask me every time? But yeah, so tomorrow, assuming the totem stuff gets working, and actually, if the totem stuff recipes aren't working in the build tomorrow, I will still do it. I will go and set up some totems because I can create them as a dev because I cheat. We can see what like tier 5 stuff looks like. Cleo is in here. Cleo. Here's Cleo. What would Cleo like? Bam. Let's see. I'm trying to remember maybe some. I think all these guys are pretty common stuff. Yeah, I just don't even know what the common stuff is and what's not common. I'm just going to give you a bunch of junk. Junk. Tai Chi. Flex. Chicken. Got chicken dance. Sneeze. Face slap. Oh, and flourish weapon. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go with that. I didn't hear any specific requests, so I'm just giving out lots of junk. Oh, I was just informed by the real Sanyo. So the good news is that one is teachable but not reteachable. Gix is apparently a special thing that I should not have given you. You may now be the only person in game with Gix. Oh, there's a small girl. Oh, you know where the camera is, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what Gix does. Let me see what Gix does.
The camera's a little tilted.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't look like it does. Oh wait, that's not me. All right, apparently that's the Gix. He's probably doing something with his hand, but I've got a hook hand.
Are you a pirate?
I am a pirate. Is that awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Maxine knows what it's all about. Look, pirate. Look, I got a pirate sword. Look at that. Yeah. Pirate sword, pirate hat. I got a hook hand. Look, I even have like a wooden leg. Is that awesome? All right, guys. The child is here, so this will degrade rapidly. Again, grab me in game tomorrow if you want some emotes. And I will be on tomorrow to do. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I will be on tomorrow to answer some more questions. Someone says I need to look at Streamlabs. I'll have to check that out, Liz. But yes, I will be on tomorrow to do things that I don't know are things I shouldn't be doing, like giving away rare emotes that no one in the game has. Maybe I'll even do some giveaways of artifacts. I was looking around. There's like coins and stuff like that. There's some first print, like, because we went through about 20 revisions on stuff before we did it, but there's like some first print maps and some first print stuff. But unlike past stuff where we give away stuff we have to ship you, I now have behind me a printer set up. Oh, yeah, you can see it right there. She's pointing that at the printer thing. But I will be able to just print things immediately and send it off to you guys. So maybe look forward to that on tomorrow's streams. I'll give away a few artifacts or some medals. I'm not sure what things we have. Can't give away ONBEs or Scorpion medals, or maybe I can. Chaos. But anyways, I'll find some stuff to give away. And maybe just junk we moved out of the office. Here's one I was thinking about giving away. This is one that I just about threw it away. That it's like, I think it's the Firefly. The Serenity. It's just like a little stone or foam deco thing. I don't know what to do with it. I think I can fold this up real tight and get it under the 7-ounce limit or whatever it is, so I can send it overseas. You can see it. You can't have it. But anyways, I'll be giving away some of that stuff tomorrow. So tune in next time. I will do some gifts and figuring things out. And again, I will let you, if I give away stuff tomorrow, just to have you Like, message me in chat your address, and I'll go stand up and go ship it. Because that'll make for good stream time, is me standing back there shipping stuff. Thank you very much for the reminder to raid. Let me see who else is around here. Twitch TV.
God.
Is this just gonna draw?
The freezes.
Every single time it freezes, it just regens some more.
Yep. Got my volume on there apparently. Well, this will be easy because there's only. Oh, is that 2? Treasure the Geeks. Yes, treasure the Geeks. Well.
What?
Trying to figure out how to type this guy's name. The only other guy streaming right now is got kanji characters in his name. Maybe I can cut and paste. He's off mic.
Perfect.
All right, I'm gonna try and cut and paste this over here. Let's see if this works. Again, it's got some kanji in there. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. That does not seem to work. Come on, guys, you're missing your chance here. You too should stream. The usual guys are not here. Oh, you know what? Our buddies Crowfall, they're live right now. I'm going to raid Crowfall. Take that.
He doesn't look at my Cheetos. Look at my human
For those who don't know, while this queues up, Crowfall guys are good friends of ours. And they also, their office, we've been to it a number of times. I go and have lunch with Gordon and Todd and some of those other guys. They're good people. So I'm going to send him some viewers. He's only got 17 right now. Oh, they've got a guest streamer.
My hero. My hero looking at the camera. Say cheese.